Hi, I'm Melanie. I am the visionary for C.I.R.C.L.E, and this is my friend Ashley that will be interviewing today. Ashley, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been living in Colorado Springs for about 1.5 years now. Moved here to live with my sister and help out with her 2 kiddos. And yep.
So is that who makes up your family?
Yes.
I was told you have one more member of your family that's a furry friend.
Yes, she's right here. This is Miss Sheenan. And she lives with me in the basement. We live in the basement together.
Well, it's comfortable. It's cool. And what is your job?
I work with you. We have the same job. We work at the same office, and we endure many of the same fun experiences every day. We manage HOAs.
Okay.
And
yeah, I don't think I've mentioned that on my site yet.
yeah.
And how did you get into the field?
Randomly,
Really?
I just stumbled across the ad. I can't remember if it was on Craigslist or something, but I just moved here and I was job hunting and I just came across it, and it was completely random. And I've done a lot of administrative stuff before, so it was just kind of learning the specific business that took a minute, but yeah, it was completely random.
Nice. And how would your friends describe you?
Eccentric.
I think that's appropriate.
Obviously, I have great big pink hair. I also have blue hair. I also have blonde hair. My real hair is brown and short.
Nice.
I love to wear makeup. I wear fun colors like teal and purple, and sometimes I wear them together. I do a lot of weird things like that, so I'm kind of the odd one.
I think it's pretty cool. I like it. And what do you do with your friends?
That's a weird question. A lot of my friends that I have now are online.
Mm-hmm.
I play Xbox, and I have friends that live all across the country. I primarily talk to them because since moving here between my sister and everything that's going on with the nephews and taking care of them and working so much, I haven't really done much since I got here as far as having a real social life. So
you are a gamer,
mm-hmm.
And if somebody wanted to play with you or against you, they could look you up and play?
Yeah.
So what's your screen name or your username?
It is XX Jupiter's Rings.
Nice.
Yep.
And the games you play are?
Destiny 2, and Elder Scrolls Online.
Nice. That sounds like fun.
Yes.
And what are you really good at?
Oh, making up stories, I think. I've actually had to tone down my storytelling with my nephews because we're afraid that I might be teaching them how to lie really well. For example, one day we were sitting around eating Oreos, and one of the boys asked, I wonder who invented Oreos? And just off the top of my head, I said, it was George Oreos. And he came up with the idea back in the 60s, and ever since then, it's been a sensation. And they're just like, wow, George Oreos.
Oh, no.
And my sister's like, can you tell them that you just made that up and that was a lie? I was like, yeah, okay, that was a total lie. So then we Googled it, and we did find out. I don't remember who it was, but the reason the guy was famous is because he invented the cream. It wasn't necessarily the cookie, but it was the cream.
Really?
Yeah.
Good to know. You also have a blog.
I do.
So if someone wanted to read your blog, how would they find it?
It is zealforeverything.com.
Okay. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You talk about like random stuff that's just interesting. I've subscribed and I have enjoyed your blogs. So I definitely recommend checking that out. What is your favorite holiday?
I love Thanksgiving because of the food. I would eat Thanksgiving food every day of the year. if I could. Green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, all of it. I want all of it.
Turkey, cranberries.
Yes.
Is there anything odd that's
in my
specific
face.
for your family? Like,
we always, my grandpa and I, we always used to make banana pudding with graham crackers and vanilla pudding and bananas, and you just layer them all in
like
a casserole
or
dish.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
But dessert style.
And then the longer it sits, the more delicious it becomes. It's great.
Oh, nice. Do you know any other languages?
I took German in college. My vocabulary has declined since then. I still remember a lot of the grammar rules that go with it, but a lot of my vocabulary has diminished since then, just because I don't use it regularly.
That does happen. So do you know how to say anything that you'd be able to say now?
Yes. My favorite word in German is the word for guinea pig.
Okay.
It's Meerschweinchen, which translates literally to little pig of the sea. So
that's pretty funny.
For example, das ist mein Lieblingsmeerschweinchen. That means that's my favorite guinea pig.
I can see how that would be extremely useful.
Yes.
But at least comical. And do you know anything about your heritage or where your family has come from? Or
my grandma was from Ireland. She was a war bride. My grandma and grandpa raised me. My grandma passed away when I was young. She was Catholic. I do remember that. She was very, very religious. But my grandpa wasn't. And when she passed away, there wasn't really any of that left behind. And I was young too. So really the culture that I grew up with was, I don't know, a culture of honesty, I guess. My grandpa was always very straightforward about everything. He was never the kind of sweet old man that you would imagine. He was a wicked racist. And
oh no. Well, was he Irish?
No.
But he married an Irish lady.
Yes. Yes. But he was very vocal about everything. And yeah, he did the best he could to raise me. I'm not racist. So yeah.
And the music you listen to?
Oh gosh. Right now I've been on a hardcore 90s kick.
Nice.
90s pop music, like Eve 6, Third Eye Blind, Everclear.
Okay. Nice. Those are good ones.
Yeah, I started a Pandora station about a month ago and it hasn't been shut off since then.
That sounds pretty good. Sounds like a good one. Are there any misconceptions or misunderstandings you've had with other people or cultures or just different backgrounds?
I've had a lot of experience with different cultures because when I went to college, I was up at Colorado State University, and it's a school that a lot of international students come to. And I had friends that were roommates with, people from all different countries. And I was never afraid to ask questions.
Nice.
Whenever I met one of them, and I was like, I would just ask them. If I had a question about their culture, I would just ask them. One of my friends, they had a suite set up in their dorm. So there were 2 rooms and they all shared a bathroom. And the people in the other suite, they're from Saudi Arabia, and they did not have any shampoo or soap in their shower. And they didn't have like a caddy or anything that they took in or out. And it turns out that's just kind of part of their culture. They don't necessarily wash their body on a regular basis or their hair. They rinse off in the shower, but they don't use soap.
Oh,
So.
And that's what they told you because you asked.
Yeah. I was like, what do you do? Where's your? And they're like, no, we don't have it. I said, oh.
Okay.
Oh, right then. So.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I think being at that university helped a lot because I was exposed to all sorts of different people, and rather than just hearing different stories about them on the internet or hearing one side of something and just making assumptions. So
That's awesome. I think that's great. I mean, that's one of the things that C.I.R.C.L.E is about, is like curiosity is the first thing.
Yeah.
And then learning about people in a way that's respectful and showing, kindness. And anyway, cool.
Yeah.
Well, hope you enjoyed meeting my friend Ashley. She's pretty awesome. If you would like to be on C.I.R.C.L E, just send me an email and I will get you the questions. And don't let distance be a factor in us not talking, because I can totally video chat and record it all right where you're at. Thanks.